Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here at Suzuka for round 5 of the MaX5 Season 7. They all keep going in the pits. There we go. We'll find someone driving around. So, yes, joining us round 5 at Suzuka. Our third trip here in a week, if you keep up with the streams. And, yes, so these guys, some of these guys should really know this track well. They've done it enough times. Although I think Sunday night it was totally different, guys. So then, here we are then, round 5. We're watching Shoren pop around. What is the MaX5? If you don't know by now, after 5 rounds and 7 seasons, it's in the little Mazda touring car. What's its official name? Roadster touring car. And it's at 8 o'clock. We'll be having a 12-minute qualifying session. So these guys can limber up and get ready for race 1, which is a sprint race, 15 minutes, and they only use the medium tyre in that. And then I think it's a reverse grid, and then they go on to a 30-minute feature race using the hard tyre and the medium. And it says at least one mandatory compound must be used. I think hard tyre is mandatory, so that'll be the tyre, I guess. I can't read that rule. I can't see it anywhere, but it is true. Trust me. I might be wrong. So let's have a look at the table. We've been watching Shoren poodle around now for a couple of minutes, and looking towards the championship table. Shoren is set at the top on 127 points. He's got Homesick Alien in second on 110 points, Skyjacker third on 100 points, Binko fourth on 96 points, Talaran fifth on 85 points, Koikarp sixth on 72 points, Joker's seventh on 70 points, Guesty is eighth on 65 points, Ensign Yu at ninth on 55 points, Bandit 10th on 52 points, Alpha Nuts 11th on 44 points, 12th is Pat on 37 points, Anton Poiker is 13th with 27 points, and Shadow Rider 14th on 16 points. Obviously, a few of those guys at the bottom have not partook in the full championship. I believe they dropped 1 round, but I don't know when that round will be dropped. I guess next week we'll see the drop table before the final round to see what's what. But it's rather close in there, I've got to say. None of them top 3 have dropped around yet, but Binko in 4th has on 96 points, only 4 points behind Skyjacker, who's going to drop at least, I mean, wow, 7 and 9 points, so 15 points, I think, is his lowest scoring week, so he's going to drop 10 points behind Binko, or 11 points behind Binko. Homesick Alien, he's been scoring well, so he's going to lose 17 points of his 110, so that puts him close to Binko, behind Binko even, I think. So, did I put R? No, I haven't yet. I did. I've already done it. See, I've got sidetracked with the championship, because I'm already dropping scores. I'm using maths. If you want to play the, what scores get dropped, let's confuse myself, on our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, all the updated scores are on there for your enjoyment. You can check them out there. Right then, going ahead to qualifying. Let's have a look who's here then. Shoren, who's leading this championship. Homesick Alien, whom is in a second. Skyjacker's in the pits, who's third. Bandit out there in the cool, sleek looking Virtual Racers Club livery. The Versus Art Special. Limited edition, you see. You don't see many of those around. Guesty. He's been having a blinder these last couple. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Skyjacker. Because I think I did it while I was talking. I was trying to be clever. And then when I got to finish talking, then my brain began and said, you didn't press R. They'll be waiting for you. It's because it's been a long time since you've asked if we're ready. So I thought I was holding things up. Get on with it. Somehow, no, 8 o'clock yet. That's why. It's 8 o'clock now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pleasure Drome. Here at Suzuka in the MaX5s is okay. Why? I'm fine with why. I've made my peace. Made my peace with that. So here we go, forward into the 12-minute qualifier. Who's got the gear, eh? Who's got it here at Suzuka in these little Mazdas? And I haven't looked at the chat stream yet, so big hello to Skyjacker, who says, "Hi, who, sir?" And Bandit saying hello. Ensign Hewitt saying hello. Suzuka, here we go again. Yes, we know thee well. And Skyjacker saying there will be no peace. Read then. They're out. Shiren, he's being canny there. He's dropped back a little bit from the pack. Wants a good run in this session. I haven't even seen who's here. I think I have. There's a couple missing. I thought Zalaran might not be able to make it when he asked Skyjacker to host. But Homesick's here. Bandit's here. Guest is in the house. Skyjacker's here. Binks is here. He's not showing off his ferrets this weekend. Jokus is out there in a Castrol, which always throws me off because Koikarp usually see Koikarp in a Castrol, but Koikarp is not here also. Oh dear, did he say he was going to miss one? Do not remember now. But yeah, Koi not in the house. No cream egg. Excuse me. Wow, that crept up quick. I didn't even have time to catch that bad boy. Wow. Woo. So we're watching the Flying Dutchman out there, car 63 in the limited edition Virtual Racers Club livery, just in black, and it looks absolutely cracking. It really does. And they're on their outlap, big outlap here at Suzuka, really long. Guesty looks like he wants to be the lead car. Bandit backing out of it. Bandit does not want to be the main train. He wants to be one of the cargo bay. Guesty then, he's looking like he's hotting up through 130R, heading up to Casio, getting his brakes all ready. Oh, it looked like Casio caught him out, but he just slung her in there. No bother. And Guesty then heads around to start his flying lap, and Skyjacker is trying to grab hold of the back of Guesty, it seems. It seems to me Skyjacker wants to have a short distance between him and Guesty when they got over the line. I think he wants to enjoy a bit of a tow. But this is the problem with the tow now. He's up there right behind Guesty, and this is pressure Guesty probably rather not have for his run. But it's the pressure he's got. He knows Skyjacker. He knows Skyjacker well. I think ultra respect between the two drivers. They've raced each other a lot of recent, and I think Guesty knows. I think Skyjacker knows if Guesty makes a mistake, he'll just pull over and let Skyjacker through. And Guesty knows Skyjacker's not going to bump him in the rear. So then Bandit then is third on the track. No one's cut the line yet because they're on their flying laps now. Binko's come across Bandit rather swiftly, with Shiren in fifth. Joker's in... well, he's not in sixth. No one's in anything. I'm getting impatient. I want to get qualifying on. I want to get me quali on. They're still making their way around. Plenty of time yet. Let's just calm down, shall we? Getting too excited. Getting revved up for time to be revved up. Watching Guesty, he hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Doesn't seem to have got in Skyjacker's way. These two are going to have very similar lap times. If anything, Skyjacker might have a little advantage on Guesty from getting the tow from him. Guesty will have to bullet his next lap, slow down, and let Skyjacker take the lead and get on his third flying lap, get a tow off of Skyjacker. That's the way it's going. But Guesty now coming up to the end, wiggle as he gets on the brakes. He misses the apex. Skyjacker goes through. Skyjacker loses no time there, and it looks like Skyjacker's going to get himself a nice solid lap time there with a 209.8. Guesty manages a 212 out of that. It's down to who else can do what. And here comes Shiren. Oh, what's he got in his bag? A 210 puts him in second place. Bandit with a 2:17. Binko gets himself a 2:15. Skyjacker, he's very fast. Look at him, Jokus, a 2:15. And Guesty, this one's off the hook for him. Thinking he was going to fall right to the back, but it doesn't look like anyone else has had that much of a good lap. There's someone. Ensign Ewart goes 4th fastest. Still, Guesty safe in that 3rd place. Homesick Alien doesn't even put a dent on it. With a 2:41, Homesick Alien must have visited the Shadow Realm at some point in that lap. Bandit going faster on this lap. He's still got the Binks behind him. So Binko, he's either got to back right out of it, or he's got to commit and sit right on Bandit's Jaxie. What a blinder Skyjacker pulled there, sitting in Guesty's wake. Guesty making a small mistake and Skyjacker just slipping on through, saying thank you. Thank you for all the fish. Shiren then, he's got, is that Guesty just ahead of him? Guesty slowing down to give Shiren a tow. Ensign Ewart doing a fine job getting that 4th fastest time, 3 seconds ahead of Jokus. Binko, we would assume, with him being 4th in the championship with a drop score, is going to have more speed to bring. But we will see. Bandit, 24 seconds faster than Homesick Alien. So Homesick Alien is man to watch, isn't he? He's all on his own. And he's going to do the biggest improvement as he goes through Spoon. Gets his car set up ready to floor it all the way along the straight and through 130R towards Casio. Chicane. Shiren goes pole. Shiren gets a 2:09.8. Binko goes 3rd fastest. So Bing and Bandit going 4th fastest. They're finding extra pace there. Jokus stays at 7th, and it doesn't look like Ensign Ewart has posted anything. There comes a Homesick Alien now. What can he do? And where can he put himself? Ensign Ewart, he does post the time. He goes 5th ahead of Guesty. So Guesty obviously not going faster on his 2nd run. Homesick Alien going 4th ahead of Bandit, just behind Binko by 9/10. So there we go. Here's our order. Whilst they're on their 3rd flying lap, Shiren, championship leader, he's up for this, isn't he? You can feel it. Now, how many points is Shiren going to lose? If we take a snapshot here, I think they save their poles and fastest laps. They don't get dropped, I think. So if that's the case, it'll be last round. And he'll be dropping 28 points. He's on 99 points. That's 3 points ahead of Binks. Woo-hoo! This championship's going to be tight, man. Come the end of it, it's going to be so tight. When them scores get dropped, we are going to see one hell of a taut battle at the top going into the last round, which is BB Raceway. I mean, obviously we still haven't done this round yet. Loads of points still on grabs. We will see Binko 3rd fastest, looking very strong in the championship battle. Skyjacker also big in the championship battle. Homesick Alien huge in this championship battle. Talaran not here. Koikarp not here. So Jokus can make a good amount of movement here up the table without Koi or Talaran around. And Guesty, he must have been a late bloomer. Where is he in the championship? He's 8th, and he's dropped 2 rounds. I think they only dropped 1 round, but he's gone fastest now. Shiren's put it into the pits. He feels that's it for him. That's a strange, bold move. But Guesty goes back to pole as Shiren puts it into the pits. Is he going to try and get another flyer before the end on a fresh set of tyres? It doesn't look like the tyres wear, though. So it's maybe he's just putting it in the pits for the end of quali. Ensign Ewart goes faster, but stays at 6th. Who's gone ahead of Homesick? Is it Skyjacker or was it Guesty? It was Guesty, wasn't it? He'd fallen behind those guys. So Guesty with a 209.6, only a 10th ahead of Shiren, who has come out. So he's going for a last run, but I didn't think these tyres wore in quali. But possibly they do, maybe, or maybe it's just psychological. Skyjacker's getting purples. Like I said, we've still got 2 minutes. They'll get this run and possibly another run. And I must say, Skyjacker's car is lovely. I really do like the flecks of green on it. He does bring it every time. A new championship with a new spin on a monster livery, and it's pretty difficult sticking to the same sponsor and coming up with something fresh every time. But I am loving the Mazda with all the flecks. He's gonna message me after this and say, dude, that's for, I've used that car in like 4 seasons now. But I just wanted to say, because I know he doesn't get much love on the livery. But a Guesty poles, Shren on an outlap. He's saving that flying lap for the last lap, possibly, I don't know. Skyjacker looks like he's going quite swift on this lap as he comes up to Casio chicane. And I don't know, there's some commotion going on. I was just checking it out. Skyjacker then heading up towards the line. He goes faster. He goes second fastest ahead of Shren, who's next. Guesty then coming home to go even more faster in pole. Next man on track, I think, it was Binko. I've got Binko as well. And Binko's gone second fastest. Bandit going faster as well in 5th, ahead of Homesick Alien. Oh, I don't know who's next across the line. It would be Jokus. He goes faster, but stays in 8th. Ensign Newitt coming around. He goes ahead of Homesick Alien now by 6/10. And I'm sure that's Homesick Alien. Can he return the favour to Ensign Newitt as he comes up? 2:12, no faster for Homesick Alien. Now they're all on their final run. There was 9 seconds on the clock then. Shren does get that run. And if there is a difference to the tyres, he is quids in, isn't he? He really is. So, Guesty, Skyjacker's first on track. Let's have a look. Let's try and be clever. This is a straight out battle here. 5 ways. Bandit's been there knocking about, hasn't he? Shren's on a purple. Skyjacker is coming up towards Spoon. The Binks is out there as well. Guesty just behind Skyjacker. Skyjacker coming down towards Casio. He's going to cut the line for us to see how his sector is doing before going into the final sector. 7/10 down. He's not. That's a lot to ask in the final part of this track. Purple for Guesty. As the Binks comes up to cut the line, as someone did before him as well. Who's that Bandit? And there goes the Binks. Oh no, bad one for Binks. Skyjacker then crosses the line, doesn't go any faster. Guesty, purple, goes faster again. It looks like he's got pole. Binko doesn't have it. Skyjacker's gone. Shren was getting purples, but it doesn't look purple now. Bandit crosses the line, doesn't go any faster. Oh no, we're missing everyone. There's Binks. He wasn't any faster, was he? There we go. And there's someone behind there. Ensign Newitt, 6th. Heading towards the line. Can he go any faster? He does not. Shren does. Shren goes up into 2nd fastest. So the grid so far is Guesty, Shren, Binko, Skyjacker, Bandit, Ensign Newitt, Homesick Aliens off the road. Jokus, he's done. This is it. That's your grid. Guesty, Shren, Binko, Skyjacker in 4th, Bandit in 5th, Ensign Newitt in 6th, Homesick Alien starting in 7th, and Jokus in 8th. And I think Homesick Alien will be glad to see the back of Suzuka. Has it gone at all well for him at any of our visits to Suzuka? Yeah, he had a good race on last night, but he was at the back and had to fight through. Skyjack says is a full round score that drops including all bonus points. Oh, including all bonus points. That might put Shren behind Binks then. And Skyjack saying, thank you for comments about livery. Oh, that's all right, man. Ensign Hewitt, I'm behind Bandit again. Oh, chasing the Bandit. So here we are then for round 5. The penultimate round of the MaX5 Season 7 before it all comes to an end. And they're all fighting for something in this race. And there we go, green lights, Guesty with a great getaway, Shiren a little bogged down, giving Binko a jump on the Shiren, and Binko with the run down to turn 1 is up to second, but Shiren is there on his inside, but he's too far back, and Skyjacker looks like he's helping Shiren along a little bit. Shiren a little tardy off the line, and the Bandit right there in 5th place, looking down the barrel as Skyjacker gets the move done on Shiren, he's up to 3rd. Binks looking intently at the back of Guesty, and Guesty has been swift all round, all this round. So you would think Guesty get into a rhythm, get away. Binko, Skyjacker, that's a tidy battle. Binko slow to get on pace in qualifying, got there in the end, but Skyjacker has been on it from the minute 0. And he is on Binko. Shiren right there. He knows what's at jeopardy here. He wants to finish ahead of Binko. I've told him he might be behind Binko in this championship. Bandit in 5th, having a great run. Joker's having an amazing start off the back row, up into 6th, ahead of Homesick Alien and Ensign Hewitt. Ensign Hewitt and the Alien. We've seen these races before. It was cracking. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Someone going slow. Is it Bandit? Bandit. Bandit, slow down. Bandit must have had a moment coming out of that last corner. And now he's got the Alien and Ensign Hewitt all up and upon him. Ensign Hewitt, nowhere for him to go. He's standing on his brakes, trying to get out of it. Ensign Hewitt last, Bandit 7th, Homesick Alien now in 6th. Joker's in 5th, pulling away from them guys. Shiren in the back of the train, Guesty train, with Skyjacker 3rd, Binko in 2nd, and Guesty leads them around as they go into 1:30 15 minutes of high-octane racing in these Mazda Roadsters we are staring at. And this is absolutely cracking. Guesty leading Binko. Binko trying to get the brake, and oh my god, Skyjacker's dropped the nuts. He's dropped it. He's spinning under braking. It didn't look like him and Shiren were anywhere near each other, and I think that is just a snatch on the brakes, possibly a little late, getting out of the way, and that has put paid to Skyjacker's chances of a win here in this first race. Guesty then still leads from Binko. Shiren dropping back after avoidance of Skyjacker, but he'll be pushing hard to try and catch them 2 up ahead of him. Joker's meanwhile up to 4th now. See, if you think it can happen, but he's under a lot of pressure from Bandit. Bandit bringing the noise all the way to the Polish driver. Ensign Hewitt's there. He's come up in the world. Where's Homesick Alien go? Wow, Homesick Alien is not having the time of his life out there. And Guesty under immense pressure. Binks is absolutely bulldozing these lap times out, and he is taking Guesty to the dry cleaners. Here he comes. He's going to rinse him. No, Guesty, a wily racer. It says Fox on the side of his car, and he can be foxy in the race. So Guesty then leads this way with Binko right there in his chuff. Binko, Guesty right on the apex there. Binko cannot do anything about it. He's out wide, and this is beautiful for Shiren, closing the gap bit by bit. Bandit has found a way past Ensign Hewitt, and now Bandit is up to 4th. Where's Jokers? Oh, Jokers, he wanted to join Skyjacker and Homesick at the back. He thought, this is too much fun up here in 4th. I want to be down here with the bad boys. And so Skyjacker up 2 places already. Not too bad, not too shabby. Only 6 seconds off of Ensign Hewitt. He just needs another spin, and he's in the money. Guesty soaking up the pressure like a sponge, with Binko absolutely hammering it behind him, trying to find a way by. And oh, Guesty on the curbs, he's out wide now, and this could be Binko's opportunity. They're both wiggling, going down to the Casio, and Shiren's there on site to supervise this charade. And Guesty still in the lead. How did that happen? Guesty goes wide, Binko slightly wide, then Binko wiggling all over the place as Guesty recoups himself back in the lead. Now Binko's pulled out, Sharen's pulled out, they're all loving Guesty's toe, down to the first corner. Guesty late as he can on the brakes, Binko's on the outside and now he's off the road. Sharen is through and Binko having to fight himself back onto the track ahead of Bandit, who's on his way with Ensign Hewitt. Ensign Hewitt in fifth, doing great, and Sharen's leading now. Where's Guesty? He's backing out. Is he waiting for the Binks? So Guesty taking the blame for that one possibly. And Sharen, the championship leader, this has come to him on a lovely gold platter with all sorts of lovely goodies there. There's grapes and there's cheese and there's hams, different hams. He's got it all. He's been handed it all, and it's beautiful. In the championship lead, and Guesty hasn't given the place back to. But Binko hanging it right out over the curb. How did he defy that gravity and pull that back online? And Bandit getting ever closer with Ensign Hewitt pushing him all the way. And we have got ourselves a glorious battle here between Bandit, Ensign, Skyjacker a little further back. Homesick Alien chasing Skyjacker and Jokers off the road. Oh, Jokers, you were fourth. We're seeing it a lot, Jokers. You're getting up there in great positions. Silly mistakes is what's costing you. In the chat, Mama Homesick saying, evening thingy, hope you're okay. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, I'm good. All's good in the hood. Sharen getting out the fastest lap of the race so far. Guesty setting chase. He's got Bingo, Bandit and Ensign Hewitt in tow. Choo choo. It's Guesty on the train again. The Binks right there, giving him a little tap to let him know he's there as they come down to Casio, and Binks is through and up ahead. And I don't know if that was Guesty backing out of that one to give it to the Binks for what happened between the two of them earlier in the lap. Well, I guess we'll never know. We'll wait for the post-race interviews. Bandit then having to fend off from Ensign Hewitt. I don't know where, but we've seen these two. We've seen this before, I'm sure. Bandit and Ensign Hewitt having an absolute tasty battle out there on track. Ensign Hewitt races everyone, doesn't he? He's so versatile. He races Koi Carp, he races Homesick, he races Skyjacker, he races Bandit. I mean, you see people buddy off a lot in our races. They seem to come across each other quite regularly, but Ensign Hewitt, he mixes it up. He races everyone. Sharen then, still this lead, 4 seconds ahead of the Binks, who's only 2/10 ahead of Guesty. Guesty has got a fire in his belly, and he wants to bring something to this race. Bandit then in fourth ahead of Ensign Hewitt. And this is beautiful to see these guys up there with Skyjacker setting chase, 5 seconds behind them, and Homesick Alien a further 7 seconds behind Skyjacker. I don't know what's going on with Homesick. This is not like him at all. Is the mothership too far out of range? Is it not transmitting? Is he not picking up the frequency? What's the frequency? Cause you are so strange. So yeah, Homesick Alien is not showing the pace that we are used to seeing from such a skill set. Joker's there in 8th place, trying to dig something out of this race or just get that car around a lap without incident. Sharen absolutely peacocking it out there now, 4.8 seconds, purpling every single sector. Sharen is just showing off. And Guesty's ahead of Bands. Where's Bandit? No, where's the Binks? Where's the Binks? Where's the Binks? He's down with Skyjacker. He's already down there. It looks like it happened at Spoon, and it looks like Binks may have had an issue in Spoon, and that is where we see Skyjacker closing in. Maybe he heard there was another party. There was a separate party down at the back, and he wanted some of that action. He missed Skyjacker from the race before. He says, my sponsor wants me to race Monster. So Atari and Fox just will not do. I'll drop down and go. Skyjacker with a bold move. Late. He's backed out of it. Oh my. That was very hopeful by Skyjacker, one has to say. I think he may have been caught out with Binks braking. Was he listening? Paying too much attention to the commentary. He hasn't got Kuykart there keeping him coming. Although I think he chats to Bandit. Bandit is up to third. What's happened now? Yeah, that was Binks just dropping off, wasn't it? So Bandit looking good for a podium here. And Ensign Ewart, who wasn't looking too hopeful in qualifying. You've got to say, neither of these two were looking too strong in the qualifying. And now they're battling for a podium as the race wrinkles out. We've got 5 more minutes of racing left to go. Shiren 4.2 seconds in the lead. It's in the bag. He's got it in the boot, locked up, ready to take home. Guesty chasing him down for that second. He hasn't got the pressure of Binks anymore, so he can just cruise. Bandit hasn't felt nothing but pressure with Ensign Ewart, but it looks like Bandit pulled away a little bit from Ensign, and maybe Ensign thinking 4th place, you know, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm 9th in the championship, 10 points behind Guesty. Guesty's getting unbelievable points here. The next man up the street is Jokus. Oh, but Ensign's dropped around and Jokus hasn't. So Ensign Ewart fighting Jokus here. Jokus is 15 points ahead of him. So yeah, Ensign Ewart, we're not seeing his true fight. He might be fighting Kuykart and Talleyrand. He could be looking at 5th in the championship. Oh, he goes wide there. So maybe he doesn't want to do something silly in this race, like certain people. Not to mention them. And throw good points away. So Ensign Ewart maybe backed off from Bandit a little bit, just wanting to get those points. The thing is, we're backing off is Binko was 5 seconds behind you, and now he's 3 seconds behind you. Ensign Ewart having to do the math in his head. Just under 4 minutes left of racing here at Suzuka. That's 2 laps, I'd say. 2 laps and no more. This lap and the next. And Ensign Ewart being caught a lot by the Binks, but then he's closed right up on the Bandit. The Bandit possibly making small mistakes through the S's, and that's given Ensign Ewart a strong run on the Bandit so far. Then Binko catching them 2 up. Skyjacker sitting comfortably in 6th, 4 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien did a 12.5 last time around. Skyjacker 16.9. With 16.9s, Homesick Alien could catch Skyjacker. So Skyjacker's got to be careful of that lap time. He has got Homesick Alien honing in, but Homesick Alien struggling to keep that car on the track. Beautiful move that, Homesick. I know it was cost you time, but it looked great. 10 out of 10 for style. Shiren then leading this race, 3.2 seconds. Guesty is catching him, but is there enough time? Only 2 more laps. Shiren possibly easing off, pushing so hard in the corners. Doesn't want to drop off of the track like certain people that we won't mention. So yeah, Shiren possibly with only 2 laps to go. And don't forget the tyres also going away from him, but Guesty is on a push. Guesty still feels he's got some skin in the game, and there could be a win on the cards ahead of him. I don't know if he listens to the comments. Is Fox, I know they're like a bike thing, but is it like from Muddy Fox back in the day when I was a nipper and everyone wanted a Muddy Fox mountain bike? Is Fox like a derivative of that, a leftover of that? Did they drop the Muddy Fox gone altogether, and is it a different company called Fox? I have questions. I know Google could answer them, but sometimes it's just nice to ask the stream. And then someone answers in Discord. It's beautiful. Shiren then leads the way, 2.7 seconds, definitely losing time. Bandit has pulled away. Ensign Ewart now is he's going to change his PSN name to Binko Fodder, because that's what he's soon to be if he doesn't pull his socks up. He cannot lose. He can't do 2:15s when you've got Binko in your rear view mirrors. I tell thee, son, you got to do better. If you want that podium like Bandit, you've got to drive like Bandit. So Ensign Ewart then doing what he can. He's got a lap and a half of this torrid pressure. He's been dealing the pressure out on Bandit. He's been loving it. He's been smiling. He's been laughing. He's been thinking, this is great. Look at all this pressure I'm dealing to Bandit. And now the shoe's on the other foot. And it doesn't feel so comfortable, does it? And Bandit, there we go. Binks has got the move done. He's got it done in the apex. He's coming out of the hairpin side by side, but Ensign Hewitt still slightly ahead. And Binks did not get the move done. Unbelievable stuff, but Ensign Hewitt going out wide there. Binks going for an outside line. It's all about the brakes here. And Ensign Hewitt fine on those brakes. He's great. Gives just enough racing room to the Binks. And the Binks, he has to bank down, and his car's shaking like a bad boy, dealing with the pressure as the checker flag comes out. It's not 2 laps then, it was just this lap. And the Binks trying to find a way through again around. He's leaving himself no room whatsoever. We're getting too wide through 130R, very close, but the Binks is just clinging on around the outside there. Shiren then comes around, takes a win. Great. Guesty in second place. Strange thing happened between him and Binks, we don't know. Bandit, take your helmet off, stand up, and take a boom, my son. Great. Ensign Hewitt gets that 4th ahead of Binko in 5th. Skyjacker comes home in 6th. Homesick Alien is a ghost. Comes home in 7th. See, he can't even bear to drive over in the line in 7th. He's paused it and gone for a fag already. Comes home in 7th, and the Joker's giving us a flash. Hey man, he went too well. Some great laps and some shocking laps, Jokers. You're up to 4th at one point, man. And Jokers, something tells me he's not taking this seriously. I'm joking. And Jokers are bringing that little Mazda home for 8th place. There you go. So, a great result for Shiren with Binko finishing down in 5th. This is because I think technically he's behind Binko in the championship with the drop scores. So that, and we're only talking points, 1 or 2 points. So that is going to be a huge shot in the arm for Shiren's championship title chances. Oh, it's got me all of a flutter. Things are really heating up in the kitchen now. If only you knew. I've only done mental math because I've got it in front of me. But when that drop score comes out, it's going to be dynamite. So, in the chat, we have Skyjacker saying, well, soz Binks. Oh, that's when we saw Skyjacker do that really crazy maneuver. Matt Sykes saying Bandit. I know. Turtle. It's Turtle. You haven't been around for a while, Matt. It's Turtle. Ensign Hewitt saying great fun. The tyres proper went off in the last 2 laps. Matt Psycho saying hello thingy, by the way. Hi, Matt Psycho. Bandit saying don't know how I pulled Rabbit out of the hat, but who cares? Woohoo, yeah. And Ensign Hewitt saying great race, Bandit. And Bandit saying that. And yeah, it's Turtle. Turtle just got himself a podium, and that's not his first podium of recentness. Ensign Hewitt's getting podiums as well. It's all changed here. The order's changed. The aliens are all at the back now. You can see, look, Homesick, Skyjacker, Binko, has-beens, oldies, can't stay with the new blood. The new blood, Shiren, Guesty, Bandit, they're the new guys. So there we go. Shiren took the win. Great drive from the Russian sensation. Guesty in second. Something stranger happened there, didn't it, with Bandit, Skyjacker, Guesty, all swapping around, and things happened. We're not quite sure how. But Guesty come home in second. It seems like Guesty had to slow down to let Binko through. And yeah. I'm sure the post-race mortem, it'll come out. But Guesty comes home in second with Bandit getting a cracking little podium for himself. And I mean, he's 10th in the championship. He's dropped around already. He's only 3 points behind Ensign Hewitt, so he might have gone ahead of Ensign. No, he's going to gain a point or two on Ensign Hewitt. So it's all fruity. He's a fruity little bat. I can't wait. Can we have this drop score table? I can't deal with this. So Bandit getting a great podium, a great boost in his championship fight with the likes. I think with Bandit, with, with Bandit, with Ensign Newer, and with Talleyrand and Koikart when the drop scores come through. Ensign Newer comes home in 4th with a great battle with Bandit. Binko in 5th, having an up and down race, really. Skyjacker in 6th, having a dizzy race, spinning race. And Homesick Alien, he never really showed up, and Joker's in 8th. But that means Homesick Alien is going to do awesome in the next race. I can hear the mothership now. It's coming into orbit. He'll be picking up a signal soon, and he'll be back on it. So Shiren got your fastest lap, along with his win, with a 2:10.641. Right then, they say we're going again in 10 minutes. 3 people are entered. We'll have a look at them. Don't forget, they've got to use hards now. Things are going to get hard, dude. Right, we'll look at Shiren as he won the last race, and I will see you swiftly. let's have it. Let's actually have it. You gotta roll with it. You gotta take your time. You gotta say what you say. Don't let anybody get in your way. 'Cause it's all too much for me to take. Right. I'm spruced up for this, man. I'm ready. I am ready. Come on. Bring it on. We've got 2 more minutes. They're going to be trying the hard tyres on. Right then, let's catch up with some chatty chat. Don't talk back. So, we're having the chat with MaX5, realising that Bandit is Turtle. Yeah, he's like a Pokemon. He evolves every now and then. So he started off as a Turtle, now he's a Bandit. Now he's getting podiums. Who knows what he's going to evolve into? Skyjacker saying, I am defo not in the alien class. Mr. Psycho saying, yeah, you are. Sometimes. Well, he's either in the spin class, he's in a spin class, or he's an alien. And Skyjacker saying, no, and never. Bandit saying, I was more watching stream with the battle between Ensign and Binko. That ain't right. Haha. No, definitely not. You can't boast you're on the podium. You like Max Verstappen, yeah, it was all right. It was easy race. I was watching telly. I was watching the big telly as I was driving around. I was bored. Skyjack saying, yeah, you can get a drop table when it's released, lols. What, like I'm just one of the ordinary muggles out there? Are you calling me a muggle? You mean I don't get special dispensation? I don't get special treatment. Why you? I think I should get special things. Shrennen, he's paused at the moment. He's got his hard tyres on, so let's have a little check out. So Shrennen, he's gone the hards. Binks is trying out the hard tyre. Homesick Alien is trying out the hard tyre. Ensign, you had on those hard tyres, spinning it out. Look, Ensign. He's giving it a spin. Has he ever seen Spinjacker do his thing? I'll tell you what, though, not bad bits. He's travelled a bit there. Now, the Spinjacker, when he's on his form, he can get it spinning on a dime, man. He gets none of that. He gets none of that wiggle on, Ensign. You've got a long way. You've got a long way before you're at Spinjacker level. He can get that thing spinning on the spot. It's great. Oh, look at that. Couple of hours. We are glad that you joined us. Search your feelings. Sod you, Skyjacker. You ruined my moment. It's just about to end. Your force is strong in this one. But you ruined it with your rebelly yell. And rebelly yell, yeah, she cries more. And Skyjacker saying, you get wise, that's more. Do you what more do you want? Not wise. Anything but a why. So there we go. It's they've spun the grid around. It is a reverse grid. Jokers leading them away on a rolling start with those hard tyres. 30 minutes of racing, ladies and gents. They have to use that hard tyre. After that, who knows? And how is this hard tyre? They looked like they were struggling with the medium. Are we going to see some early stoppers? That medium, Ensign, I think it was, saying that the medium, there was no grip in the last couple of laps of that 15-minute race. So will they take the hard tyre beyond 15 minutes to move on to the medium tyre? Homesick Alien, I imagine he hasn't listened to any Radiohead for a while, and maybe that's why he's off form. 2 jumps in a week. Why am I doing that? Go on then. So Homesick Alien is moving in for the kill. Skyjacker is right there. All right, with a great view. Homesick Alien going for the kill for Jokers. Jokers is trying to close the door through the center S, is it? And Homesick Alien is right there with Skyjacker in the thick of it. And then we have a Binko in 4th. I don't think we've ever had a reverse grid quite like that before. And Joker's really seeing them off. Great stuff, Joker. Stick to your guns, son. And Homesick Alien finding a way by trying. He's going. He's got the gap that he needs. He's pushed her through. And Homesick Alien now up into the lead of this race, with Joker's dropping down in second. Skyjacker having a squirrel coming under the bridge and giving Binko an opportunity to get a move around the inside, but now he's on the outside for the hairpin. And Skyjacker, he's gone in there fast. He's gone in hot. He's gone in hot. He's got the grip. He's got second. I thought he was going to lose that. I honestly thought the back end was going to come around and meet him. But somehow, some way, he went in hot and he got away with it. Homesick Alien leads. Skyjacker in second. Jokers is in third. The Binks is alongside Ensign. Ensign now trying to get fruity in this race. And the Bandit, after his podium, fancies a piece of action, with Guesty in seventh and Sharen there leading up the back. And I think they're all on hard tyres as Homesick Alien leads them up the hill. Skyjacker in chase, and Joker's there is now Binko's problem. On board with the Binks. In fourth place as he sees Homesick Alien and Skyjacker disappearing. Joker's, oh, he's had a curb moment. He's had a moment on the curbs. We saw that, oh, first hand. What a shame. What an absolute crying shame for Binks. And now he's getting back on the road, and that is not what he's got. 30-minute race. It's a long race. And we saw Homesick nearly caught up, and Skyjacker gained a couple of positions from people making mistakes. So all hope is not lost. He's only 7 seconds behind his closest championship competitor, who's going for a move on the Bandit now. He's up the inside. Jokers has slipped down into fifth place. There's a little car banging there between Sharen and the Bandit, as we saw Joker spinning in the background, and that possibly will put Binko up a position. No, he's not even caught the Jokers up. The Jokers has got going again with a massive spin. My word, Homesick Alien under absolute pressure from Skyjacker. In fact, Skyjacker wants to relieve him of that pressure pretty early by coming alongside him, but Homesick Alien, hey, we ride hard, we die hard. And Homesick Alien staying there, we're family. And he stays ahead of Skyjacker, who is buying on the bit. Monster. Two monster cars versus, it's like seeing a shelf at Tesco. And the green monster just ahead of the blue monster, but the blue monster goes up the inside and the green monster is now on the outside. And Guesty up into third, Ensign New at fourth. Where's Guesty come from? Nowhere. Unbelievable drive for Guesty, getting himself up there into third. That means he's got, well, Sharen's there in fifth as well. We've lost more. Bandit slipped back. Jokers, and Binko is on the Jokers now, like earlier in the race. That's we saw these two coming across each other, and Jokers has got the inside line. Binko's trying all he can to get by the pole, but there is nothing there. And Jokers again coming back strong against Binko, but Binko, it looks like he's got a little addition there to the road, and he's pulled some traction down, and he's away ahead of Jokers in the lead. Homesick Alien still against Skyjacker. Then we have Guesty and Sharen on each other, with Ensign Newitt in fifth and Bandit in sixth. So Ensign Newitt is right in the battle with Guesty and Sharen at the moment, but these two must have got past Ensign Newitt at some point. Tie it down, lads. It's a 30-minute race, you know. You don't have to do it all in the first 5 minutes. Let me clear my throat. Oh, Binks has got in to get rid of the hard tyre. Hang on. Oh, God, fair ball. I'm telling you, it's the cats. So Binks has slammed it into the pits. We're assuming to get rid of the hard tyre, go to medium. And this is going to put a total different shade on the race, because he's going to be out there smashing those lap times. He's going to look good when these guys pit, if they're going for a one stopper. And but Binks, then he's going to come apart later in the race, because them mediums ain't going to get him to the end. Guesty then a third spot ahead of Sharen. Ensign Newitt still in the fight. Let's get on board with the Ensign. He's on, oh man, I used to watch Star Trek so much. He's on the helm. reminds me very much of a young Will Wheaton. So Ensign Ewart there, he's nipping at Sharen's heels, and Sharen is chasing down Guesty. There we see Ensign, that's the toe for you. Looking like he's going for a move up the inside, he thinks better of it, he's trying to fight with his brake pedal, and Sharen stays ahead just about, but Sharen is feeling that pressure. Shaw and Skyjacker's in the lead. Skyjacker is in the lead, I don't know when or where, and it's already happened, so the replay is absolutely pointless. But now look at this, Homesick Alien giving Skyjacker something to think about as Skyjacker tries to make his way around Suzuka in the lead of the feature race for round 5 of the MaX5. Only one more round after this, and then Fridays I think are a bit vacant. Guesty then in 3rd, Sharen 4th, but he's dropped back a little now. Well, he's going to get a toe there, but Ensign Ewart is more than a match for Sharen in this race, and Ensign Ewart giving Sharen a lot to contemplate. Look at Ensign Ewart go. Bandit, he's 6th place, he's not lost time with guys ahead of him. He's waiting to make his move. I think he's going to go really long. I think he's fuel saving. His fuel doesn't look much different from those around him, so maybe he's not fuel saving, but we have seen Bandit try and take a set of tyres very late into a race and then go on to the mediums, and he'll be absolutely flying. So there we see Binko did put the medium tyres on. He's topped up the fuel. No, it doesn't look like he's touched the fuel, so he knows he's going to have to come in another stop for at least a bit of fuel. Skyjacker meanwhile at the front of the group of the pack, Skyjacker leads ahead of Homesick Alien, but Guesty is there. Guesty has tuned in to the lead of this race, and he fancies a piece of that action. So Guesty right there, right on Homesick Alien's chuff, and Homesick Alien, I imagine, does not appreciate that. I imagine he would rather just everyone get off his back and let him get on with this race. He had a torrid first race, and he needs to concentrate. He doesn't need all this racing going on around him. He's points, man. He's chasing down the lead. He's in the championship battle as well. It's when them drop scores come out, I tell ye, be excited. Look at that, the top 5 are almost all on the same screen. And we're almost 9 minutes into this race. Skyjacker, again Homesick Alien. He looked like he was falling back to Guesty, but he's back on. I think it's that toe, innit, up the straight. He's back all over Skyjacker. And Guesty all over Homesick. It's a beautiful battle there. 3-way fight for the lead. Sharen's just there, about 6/10, and he's got Ensign Ewart tucked up behind him as well. As they're coming down, then what's going to go? Is someone going to try and pull a move? Or are they just happy to sit in each other's toe for the time being? There's more to come in this race, with Skyjacker in the lead, flames coming out of his exhaust pipe. Glorious sight there, with Guesty right there as well. Shall we get on board with Guesty, see what he sees? Hey, do you know what it is yet? So Guesty right there, watching with a ringside seat to this battle up at front, and he'll be open. He's going to see a huge chasm open up ahead of him that he can just drive straight into and by the 2 monster liveried Mazdas. Meanwhile behind him he's got Sharen, 8/10. He's very close. He's Guesty on the brakes. How they dare drive that close? I would definitely have punted someone by now. Oh, this looks like a great one for Guesty. He got a great drive out of that corner. Good run on Homesick Alien. He's got that inside now, but now he's on the outside for the hairpin. This is dynamic. He's right there, but Homesick Alien's on the apex. Guesty's trying it around the outside, but no, there is nought there. What? Oh, he's still there, though. He's still there on the Alien. They're side by side, but Homesick Alien again is going to have that inside unless Guesty can get his full car ahead. And Homesick Alien still alongside, late braking into Spoon. Guesty hanging his tail out. My words, don't get on the curbs, my friend. And he doesn't. He keeps it together, but wow. Guesty was on the raggedy edge then, going around there. His back end swinging around all over the place. and Homesick Alien is fighting off the advances of the Fox. Shiren there getting all of the action and some, and hoping to be part of the action, with Ensign Ewart staying with the pace. Unbelievable stuff. And Skyjacker, you've got 4 cars all waiting to overtake you, mate. Don't let the pressure get on top of you. But there's a lot of cars and there's a load of people jumping in the pits. I say a load, 2. Guesty and Homesick. Shiren stayed out. Ensign Ewart stayed out. That's your top 3. Skyjacker, Shiren, Ensign Ewart, Guesty. Bandit's gone in. Bandit's gone in. We're not halfway in the race yet. This is it's what I wasn't expecting. I'm surprised. Binko, he put the mediums on a couple of laps ago, and he's done a 2:10. Maybe that's it. Maybe they saw his lap time, his fastest lap time, come up and thought, geez, we're doing 12s, and he's doing 2:10s. We've got to get in. Who knows? Who knows? But Binko is ahead of those guys now. So the early pit stop has given him a great jump on the rest of the field, but those tyres are going to be questionable when he comes in. And Guesty straight out there with Homesick battling again, and Guesty got ahead in the pits. He must have used less fuel than the Alien. The Alien taking nearly half a second longer in his pit stop lap than Guesty. Interesting. Homesick did put a little bit more fuel in. Maybe that'll pay dividends come the end of the race. Guesty, we have seen, he does run it tight. Meanwhile, Shiren leads. Skyjacker's not leading. He was leading. He used to lead this race. He's 3rd. I don't know why. He's 3rd there. So, pretty sure Skyjacker was leading. I'm not confusing anything. Shiren's now in the lead. So Shiren leads the race with Ensign Ewart in 2nd. Skyjacker. Oh no! If it doesn't rain, it pours. And Skyjacker is now having the worst lap ever. Oh, don't. You're making it worse. Don't get angry. Just drive. It's still a long race. There's still a long time to go. Find your zen. Joker's then 5 seconds behind Skyjacker, closing in at a rate of knots. Binko with that early pit stop up into 5th. Now we've got Guesty on the mediums, Homesick Alien on the mediums, and Bandit all out there on the mediums. Skyjacker losing a hell of a lot of time on this lap. Shiren's come in. He's decided, but Ensign Ewart's decided to stay out. I know he gets worried about tyre wear. He did say his tyres wore out before the 15 minutes. Some of it might be psychological. We're not sure. His tyres didn't look that bad. No worse than anyone's around him. But he is on a gamepad, which the feeling is totally different. And I have mucho respecto, because I tried. I had to go automatic just to use the gamepad. I couldn't change gears and concentrate on all the buttons. So Shiren's out of the pits, just ahead of Homesick. No, just behind Homesick Alien. So Binko technically will be leading this race, but it's the question, his fuel's not going to last anyway, is it? He didn't put any fuel in the car. So Guesty is in an absolute blinding spot. Ensign Ewart, how long is he going to stay out there on those hard tyres? He's still keeping pace with himself. He's only 4/10 off his own time. Skyjacker already up ahead. Oh, Jokers is having a little play in the sand. Jokers checking out that Japanese sand, seeing if it's any finer than the normal European sand. I think it's the same. I think they import it. So Ensign Ewart leads the way from Skyjacker to Binko. Binko in a solid place here, but I think Binko's fuel is going to let him down come the end of the race. 4th place for Guesty, who is only 1.7 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Thinking 5th, shouldn't be in 5th, but you just got to let them all pit, and it'll all come back to you. I think you'll be 2nd, net 2nd, but you've got Shiren chasing you down, and Shiren is a very fast man in these MaX5s, and what a blast of a race we've got going on. Ensign Ewart 15-second lead on Skyjacker. He's got at the moment. That is on track. That's not down to pit stops. Skyjacker, question will be, when does he put that thing in the pits? Or does he get a couple more laps on those hards? whilst he's in the right frame of mind. He's got the fire. He's got the fire. He's staying out. He's staying out with Ensign. They're rolling the dice. They're taking the gamble. And Binko definitely will have to pit again in this race. I am pretty sure. He did a 2:14 that lap, did he? No, a 2:10. Excuse me. I wonder why it tells you such a random number. Jokus then comes in to get rid of his hards after his spin. And the Bandit then is 7th. He's moved ahead. There's still people to pit. I think Bandit will get ahead of Skyjacker and possibly Binko after the pit stops. Binks doing solid lap times out there, catching up Skyjacker. Jokus is still in the pits. It's a long one. He's filling it up. Ensign Ewart then leading this race. He's led a lot of races recently as Ensign Ewart. I think he led 2 races last night, and now he's led a race tonight. He's loving his. He's really, you know, one to watch. When he comes of age, he's going to be something else in these cars. You watch. But Ensign Ewart leads the way with Skyjacker chasing him down. Binko, we believe the top 3 are going to have to pit again. Well, it'll be again. Binko's going to have to pit again, and Ensign and Skyjacker are going to pit. Oh. So Binks, he looks like he's going to gain that position from Skyjacker, and Skyjacker this race has absolutely gone to pot for him as the pitted Guesty goes by, and he was ahead of Guesty. Poor Skyjacker, I think his tail's gone down with Shiren now. Where's Homesick? Homesick's fallen off the track as well. Homesick Alien not having a great lap. That last lap around, he looks like he's still going slow. He's got Bandit behind him. Ensign Ewart finally pitting. There's drama all over the place. Ensign Ewart pits. Binks, he's sliding around, but he's staying out there. He's staying out there. He's going to have a splash and dash at the end. Guesty then, 3.2 seconds. And Skyjacker's still not pitting. He said, no, sod it. I'm going round now. I'm going. Took last lap, and then I'll put mediums on. Shiren in that fight. Homesick Alien, I don't know how he's dropped behind Shiren, but he's dropped some way. He's done a 2:16 and a 2:13. And he was having a torrid time with the mediums. He was better with the hards. Oh, he's done it again. Homesick, go back in, put some hard tyres on. You're better on the hards than you are the mediums. Should have put another set of hards on. Oh, what a shame for the Alien. Bandit catching him up, hand over fist. Bandit, he's all right on the mediums. He didn't like the hards, but he's catching up the Alien, and the Alien fighting with those medium tyres, and they're quite redded up already in early doors on them. Binks is leading. Guesty, why? I know Ensign Ewart pitted. That must be why, because Ensign Ewart pitted. He come out ahead of the Alien. He's behind Skyjacker, who's going to have to pit. And we think Binko might have to pit. So, that fuel's not going to get him there, is it? No. He's driving slower, though, I think. No, yeah, 2:11. Maybe he's trying to conserve fuel, but I do not think Binko's fuel's going to get him to the end of this race. With Guesty hunting him down on his medium tyres. Shiren out there. He's on the freshest mediums, it seems. Skyjacker yet to pit, with Ensign Ewart just pitting. 2 seconds ahead of the Alien. And he's looking good, possibly, for a podium position here, is Ensign Ewart. Homesick Alien in 6th, with Bandit in 7th, catching up the Alien. He was 2.5 seconds behind. Now he's at less than 2 seconds. Homesick Alien not adjusting to the medium tyres as he would like, and Bandit is closing in. Jokus not having a great time of it at Suzuka in the Mazda. Binks does pit, so he did need to pit, and Guesty now takes over the lead ahead of Shiren, and I imagine Shiren could live with that, because Guesty is not really in the championship battle. He's in like the mid-table battle. So that's not losing Shiren points, but he's again ahead of Binko and ahead of Homesick Alien and Skyjacker. So this has turned out to be a great round so far for Shiren. Ensign Hewitt does move up into that third place. He's pulling away from the Alien. Bandit is closing in. My word, does the tide turn? The table turn tables. Binks, after his pit stop in 6th, but he is on a brand spanking new pair of medium tyres, as is Skyjacker, who's 11 seconds ahead of Joker, 7 seconds behind the Binks. The Binks 10 seconds behind Bandit. That's a big gap to pull back in 8 minutes, but if anyone can, Binko can. Meanwhile, Guesty and Shiren are going to put on a show for us. For the next 8 minutes of this race, we're going to have these two whipping their willies out and seeing who's got the biggest one. And at the moment, Guesty's is bigger. So, Guesty and Shiren duking it out there. I thought Shiren would be happy with second, you know. I thought he'd sit there, follow Guesty home. No stress. He's not really losing points, but I suppose if he gets ahead of Guesty, that's more points between him and his title rivals. Title rivals. I don't think I've used that before. That's nice. I know it's used. I'm not claiming to make it up. I've never thought to use it. But title rivals. I like it. So, welcome, thingy. Yeah. Well, I'm great, don't you know? So Ensign Hewitt there, he's got a podium position in the back. He's pulling away from the Alien. The Alien is going to be struggling with a Bandit, who, don't forget, was on the podium in the last race. So Bandit has got form here, and the Binks is closing in. He's pulled in half a second on Bandit, but that's taken him a minute to do it. It's not going to be enough time unless the Bandit suddenly tyres go off and falls off the road. Homesick Alien's up to 4th. Hang on. Is that right? It must be. It must be right. It is. So I'm saying Homesick Alien's having a bad race, but he's up to 4th. He was ahead of Shiren though, unfortunately. And if he hadn't made a mistake or had a couple of those 16s and 13s laps, he would have been ahead of Ensign Hewitt. So he's not having a shocking race because he's in 4th. But he could have been having a better race in 2nd. Guesty then, meanwhile, he's leading the way. Shiren fighting him every corner for the win. This one is going on and on. I said they're going to do it all the way to the end, and I think they are. Actually, wasn't... Yeah, I guess he was. He got ahead in the pit stops, didn't he? Shiren's had to catch him up. There we go. It looks like Guesty has got it. In the back, and Shiren doesn't seem to have that much pace on him. The tyres are off a little bit more for Guesty. Shiren's on a fresher set of tyres. His pit stop was on lap 6. Guesty's was on lap 5, so he's got 1 lap fresher tyres. Does Shiren? There's movement. No, there isn't. Bandit and Alien. Bandit has caught up the Alien now, and the Homesick Alien having to defend from the limited edition VRC liveried Mazda of the Turtle / Bandit. But not yet, Bandit says. I'm going to play with you a bit first. And Homesick Alien fighting for that 4th place with Bandit all up in his business. And Bandit doesn't want to hang around too much, because look at that. He's pulled out another 2.5 seconds on Bandit's time. And Binko he possibly could catch Bandit up before the end of this race. So Bandit does want to get a shift on. He wants to get past the Alien. He says to the Alien, is that what, if that's how fast you're going, I need to be ahead of you, because I've got a Binko going a lot faster than that behind me. Binko 6.3 seconds. He's on the hunt. Skyjacker, a race I imagine he'd rather forget. The bloody curbs. Stay off the curbs, man. You'll never learn. Never learn. You want to drive all over those curbs. You want to look like a bad boy. You want it to look so cool on the stream. with your car, looking all cool all over the curbs, but they bite, and they hurt. So you've got to stay off the curbs. You drive too close to the edge, Skyjacker. You've got to bring it back in again. So Shiren, it's the only way he drives on the edge. He can't reel it in. Guesty then, he's not reeling anything in. He's having to push all the way to that flag because Shiren is all up, and Shiren around the outside. He's just playing with him. He's playing with him. He knows the move isn't on around the outside, but if he puts himself on the outside, that makes Guesty even more aware, more distracted, more chance of making a mistake. This is all mind games out there. They know they've got the same pace as each other. Guesty knows he's just got to concentrate on the road ahead of him, ignore whatever Shiren does, and just plant that car on the apexes. Shiren knows he has to dance around behind Guesty and do anything he can to take Guesty's mind off of what he is doing, because just one slight distraction and you could lose an enormous amount of time. But at the moment, Guesty's staying super laser focused on the job at hand as Shiren gets a lovely tow. Now we're less than 3 minutes left of racing, so this is the penultimate lap for these guys. Shiren, does he get enough tow? No, not quite. He can't even get up to the side of Guesty, and Guesty has done enough to keep Shiren behind. Ensign Hewitt still solid in that third. Homesick Alien and Bandit side by side going into turn 2, and Bandit just showing ahead, but Homesick Alien's got the inside line. Homesick Alien should get the corner. Bandit's out wide. No, Bandit around the outside. It can't be done. It's been done. Oh my word, Bandit pulling off a move. And the Alien now looking at the back of the VRC limited edition liveried Mazda, and Homesick Alien will not like that, and Binko's only 1.8 seconds behind him. Skyjacker's gone in to get a fresh set of tyres for the final lap. He might not get round in time to get a fastest lap if that's what he's hoping for. Binks has got the fastest lap at the moment, the 2:09, 1.3 seconds behind the Alien. Bandit, what an absolute round for Bandit. He just doesn't care about corners anymore. He's pushing like an absolute nutcase. Guesty still soaking up that pressure from Shiren. Shiren doing what he can. He knows he can't do it on pace. He knows Guesty is... Oh, Guesty's gone out wide, and that's all he needed. That's all he needed. That was the mistake. That was the small thing, and the tyres a lap older on Guesty's cars. You saw his car slide in Spoon. Nothing he could do about it. There's still time, though. There's still time. Guesty gets into the tow. And now it's Shiren leading this race. And what a race. What an absolute stonker we've had here. And Shiren holding tight through the 130. Guesty all there, trying to be large and loom in his mirrors as Shiren, cool as a cucumber, he drives around the final corner. 6 seconds on the clock. One more lap to go for these guys. Ensign Hewitt still solid in third, 10 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Where's Bandit gone? Bandit's dropped behind Bingo. My word. So Homesick Alien now up into fourth. Bingo's in fifth. Bingo on those brand new tyres, and no one's going to be a match for Bingo. Look at him. A force to be reckoned with as they head down to turn 1. And Bingo has got the power. He's got the power. So the Binks there now up into fourth. That two-stop strategy may not be able to win it, but it gets him very close to the top 3. Homesick Alien fighting with the Bandit. And how did the Bandit end up behind them, I ask? Skyjacker still on his outlap. He's going to go around to the line, but the clock's run out. This is the final lap. Is it? Yeah, I can't see any timer. It's gone. Yes. So Skyjacker not even getting a chance to go for that fastest lap that he wanted. Slowing right down. What's he going to do? Burn it? Come on. Naughty. So Shiren then. Fuel flashing. Guesty's fuel's flashing. We're in the last few corners. Hang on. Shiren's ahead. Did we miss something? No, Shiren did it. We saw that. But Guesty's trying to come back. Yeah, because Guesty slid in Spoon. Sorry. Shiren then, it gets a bit worrying. Skyjacker, as he was just killing the time. Well, he didn't need to kill time, but he's finished in 7th. Joker's finished in 8th. Shiren, he's struggling with tyres. He's gone wide himself, and that's given Guesty the boost that he needs to get up the inside. And now Shiren jumps into the toe, but they're running out of corners. Guesty breaks the toe. Shiren, he knows it's done. It's done. He's lost it. He's lost the race there. Guesty clinging on to the curb. Shiren's there just in case. They're coming down to Casio. They're trying to outbrake each other. Guesty goes into the corner. He's keeping it under control. And it looks like Guesty is going to get the win. And what a race. What an absolute stonker. Shiren's one last try, but Guesty gets the win. Shiren gets second. Ensign Hewitt, you little devil, you. You little bleeder. Look at you. Take a boo, my son. And Binko bring their home in 4th with a very, very aggressive strategy. And it paid off for him. 4th place. Homesick Alien keeps that 5th from Bandit. But Bandit was more than a match for Alien today, who comes home in 6th. And then Skyjacker in 7th. Jokers in 8th. What a race. Fantastic stuff. There you go, Guesty. Well deserved, man. Take a seat. Put your feet up. That was awesome. Well done, Shiren, for making it rather exciting. So then, let's have a look at your race results. Whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So there you see Guesty, top of the pile, taking that win. Shiren in 2nd, putting every single fight he had into that. What a race, guys. Well done. That's. I'm sure I said last time, Thursday night, that was a classic race, but again, we're having some real corkers here. Sports Swan Song is final laps round, because I do fear it's coming to the end now. It's for sport. I think GT7 is looking like it's coming. So we're having some absolute corking battles come the end of this era. So Ensign Hewitt should shrink them seconds. Ensign Hewitt getting that final podium position, and a great race from Ensign Hewitt. Binko, 2-stop Binko, managed to get 4th, and a great job there. I say 2-stop, Skyjacker did 2 as well, didn't he? Homesick Alien getting 5th, just didn't get dialed into this track, did he? Just was not on the cards for him today. And I imagine 5th, as painful as it is, was better than 7th from the last race. So 5th place for Homesick Alien. Bandit in 6th, and a great couple of races from Bandit. I mean, probably should have been higher. Probably should have been 4th in this race for Bandit. But, you know, he burnt his tyres out racing with the Alien and Binko. It's the way it goes. And Bandit in 6th. Skyjacker coming home in 7th. And Jokus also not dialing into this track today for Jokus in his Mazda. Binko got the fastest lap on lap 12 with a 209.903. Next week will be the final. We will have the drop scores. We will know who is what and where going into the final round at BB Raceway, which I think, not spoilers, if people are keeping track, that's the one where Talleyrand really surprised everyone and went for a double hard stint and didn't use medium tyres at all, and easily won. Easily won. Not giving anything away for people leading up to BB Raceway, but I do believe, if I recall, medium tyres were not used at all on Talleyrand, and he got the win. Skyjacker saying, what a disaster. Not from our point of view. It was entertaining, and it makes that table very interesting. Both you and Homesick not having a great round, Shiren having an absolute belter, Binko having an all right round. It's jumbling up that championship, man. Really is. Ensign Hewitt saying, woo, and so you should. So you should. Skyjack saying, well done, guys. Great result, Ensign. Ensign Hewitt saying, for a track I struggle at, very happy with that. Some more great battles tonight. Cheers all. Have a great weekend. Ensign Hewitt saying cheers, Skyjacker. So they're all saying goodbye. They've probably all left the room, and I'm sure Skyjacker wants to get off and watch some costume drama with Mrs. Skyjacker. They sit there holding hands, and they get dressed up as well. They wear oldie clothes. They get their thrilly things out and watch a little bit of, I don't know, Mary Jane's Diaries or whatever crap BBC is showing. Read then. Oh, it was broadcast. Oh, I haven't even done what we're doing. Next week we're at BB Raceway on this. Sunday we are at the Red Bull Ring on, I've looked so many times I should know now. Tuesday we are at, I think it's Lago Maggiore, but I'll check. So Tuesday, yes, Lago Maggiore. And then back again. Thursday, VGT are at... They've had 2 ridiculous race tracks at the moment. They must get a normal one soon. They're at Monza. Yeah, it's more for that car. Because they've been doing very twisty, tight tracks in a car that doesn't like going around corners. So, yeah, that's your week ahead. Don't forget, visit the... Skyjacker says watch Grand Tour. Oh, he's watching Grand Tour, obviously. Bandit saying, last move between myself and Homesick was a mistake we made. Binko took his advantage. Now, why that Binko? I think those brand new medium tyres was all the advantage he needed, Turtle. I don't know how long you could have kept him behind because he was on fresh tyres, bud. Read then. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Pat McGroin. Thank you for joining us here at the VRC. Peace and love. Peace and love, y'all. That's it now. We're finished. We're done now. You can go. But thanks for watching.